Welcome aboard Rocket Ship, the platform with the most relevant content for competitive examinations. As part of our answer writing series for general studies papers of civil services main examination, we'll take up a question that you might encounter in GS paper 2. So here goes the question. Federalism, as it is organized and practiced in India, is different from how it is organized and practiced in the US. Explain. So the question asks you to explain how the two federal polities of India and the United States differ in how federalism is organized and practiced in these two countries. And my understanding is you have to provide a brief explanation of for these differences too, brief causes, brief reasons for these differences too. So how we introduce our answer? As is customary, you can begin with defining federalism. So federalism is a system which recognizes the constitution guaranteed existence of subordinate units like provinces, which are interchangeably called states, along with superior central entity variously termed the union. So in a federal system, both states and the center, the union, have their own constitution guaranteed state existence. Now this one is really important. In federal system, the constitution often demarcates the boundaries of unions and states powers, which the other are barred from. We are certainly aware that in case of India, the seventh schedule divides jurisdictions between the states center as well as the concurrent jurisdictions also. So this is a feature of a federal system, that the power is divided between the state and the union, and the other party is generally barred from interfering in the turf of other party. So, and moreover, federalism is often a marker of democratic polity, unlike autocracies and dictatorships which have centralizing tendencies. We can certainly understand it that autocracies and dictatorships have centralizing tendencies because they are centered around either one leader or around particular ideology, like one party ideology in China and so on. However, both India and USA, despite being federal polities, differ in organization and practice of federalism. And we can see that some of these differences are depicted in the adjoining graphic. We'll take up these differences one by one. First is organization. The federal system is more organic in India. It is more organic in India based on cultural diversity, while in the case of USA, it is based on political ideology. In USA, the federal system is based on political ideology which promotes democracy, separation of power, federalism, etc. Then, nature of union. In case of India, it is non-destructible union of destructible states. This is very important statement. It was made by the architect of our constitution himself, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar himself, that in the case of India, the union is indestructible. That means the states are barred from separating out of the union. On the other hand, the states are destructible. That means the union can create more states taking out of area from the existing states. It can abolish some states, it can rename them, and so on. While in the US, the states are guaranteed their existence. There, the union cannot abolish the states. For an example, it cannot even reduce or enhance the areas of states. Then, how it is practiced in these two countries? Coming to citizenship, there is no state citizenship in India, while there is state citizenship in USA. In US, you are citizen of both US as well as your respective state. But in India, you are a citizen only of the Republic of India. Coming to judiciary, in India, it is an integrated judiciary. While in the US, the judiciary has both federal judiciary as well as state judiciary, and both the entities are again constitutionally barred from interfering in the other jurisdictions. Then coming to state executive, we know that in India the governor is appointed, while in the US he is an elected official. He is elected by the voters. Now we will take up these points in detail. Coming to organization of the union, Indian states are organized recognizing their cultural diversity. It is so much so that a scholar, Alexandrovich, you have probably heard this term, he called the Indian system sui generis. That means one of its kind, and also he appreciates the uniqueness of Indian federalism, that it virtually it evolves organically. And while in contrast to India, the US had much less racial, religious, ethnic and linguistic diversity. You probably can understand that in US it is mostly the white people who are in an absolute majority there, and they are most of them of European ethnicity, and most of them speak the English language. So there is much less depth of diversity in the US as compared to India, and therefore India had to take in mind this cultural diversity while organizing their states. And we certainly know that Indian states are cultural entities. How we can say that? We know that the Indian states are actually organized along linguistic lines. We know that we have linguistic states. They are organized along the lines of their majority languages, while the US states are political constructs, as we have just discussed. Then coming to nature of the union, the US Constitution guarantees a state's continued existence. While exercising Article 3, states can be created, destroyed, reduced or increased in area, renamed and so on. What we are arguing here, that in case of India, while both the states and the center are recognize their respective power, in the case of India it is center which has preponderance. It is again superior to the states because it can create states, abolish states, it can increase or decrease the area, it can rename them also under Article 3. We can also give the recent examples of Jammu and Kashmir, which was reduced to the status of a UT from a state. So in case of India, the states can be effectively abolished. Then coming to citizenship, unlike USA, India has no provision for state citizenship. In fact, citizens have the fundamental right to reside and settle anywhere in India under Article 19(1)(e). This is again one of the best features from our point of view of the Indian Constitution, that we are guaranteed this right to settle anywhere, that we enjoy constitutional protection anywhere in the territory of India, anywhere within the territory of India. Then coming to judiciary, India has an integrated judiciary which is seen in the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India, which is provided under the Articles 132, 133, 134 and so on. While in the US, the state judiciary is separated from union judiciary with own separate jurisdiction. In the case of the US, the Union Supreme Court cannot interfere in the matters of the matters which are related to the state Supreme Courts. While it is not so in the case of India, because in India all the judgments of the high courts are subject to the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India. Then coming to a state executive, in the US, a state executive is headed by an elected governor. The governor there is elected by popular vote, and the union has no role there. Here we are speaking about US. While in India, the governor is appointed by union. He is appointed by the president, who is effectively the head of, who is the de jure head of the union executive, and this gives the union a say in state executive, often leading to some controversies. Now, how we sum up our answer, we can again conclude by saying that based on the differences, again we have to provide a little bit of the reasons why these two systems are different. Based on differences in their culture and the history of evolution of the state in India and US, federal system in both countries showed differences in terms of organization, their nature and practice, in terms of citizenship, structure of executive, judiciary, etc. While we were talking about the history of evolution of the state, why are these two systems different? You can understand that US has mostly been a colonial and imperial entity. It has grown by annexing territory from other countries, while that's not the case while talking of India. So this makes these two systems different. Anyway, that is how we conclude our answer for today. We meet again for the next lecture in a few days. Till that time, keep practicing. We wish you all the best. Thank you.